What's up, guys? Thurbleton from Mars Tavern. Just want to do a video about World versus World, how it works, what's the lowdown on it. Hanging out in the southern part of Lion's Arch, we got a couple of server portals here. The colored ones go to the Borderlands, I'll explain that map in a bit, as well as the bigger one takes you to the main Eternal Battlegrounds map. And then the pink one to the right gets you into Structured PvP. That's like the Heart of the Mist, the training area. Couple ways to get into World vs. World. There's the portals here, but there's also this menu by hitting B. There's a Go to World vs. World button, along with gives you basically a rundown of how your server is doing versus other servers. You see, you got the pie chart as well as next bonus. The more points you hold, and the longer you hold them, gets you better bonuses and all that. So that's how that works. I think we're going to jump into the Hinged and Ravi Borderlands. You can either enter by running through, which doesn't always work, or just hitting F. Borderlands maps are identical, though you're fighting on different planes, like one for each your server and the two you're fighting against, as well as the Eternal Battlegrounds. Again, that's the big map. Everyone likes going to there. Anyway, you get to see a bit of it. This is the blue map. They obviously start at the top, we start in the bottom. Here's Emery Bay and then Portless Pass, the one I'm on for the beta. So as you can see, there's three maps. You got Eternal Battlegrounds in the middle, a different looking map. That's the main one. It's got the big keep in the middle. Everyone's happy about that. But beyond the keep, there's also towers and supply depots and keeps. Or supply camps, sorry, supply camp. And a few other things to do, jumping puzzle and whatnot, but there's the keep, there's the tower, there's the big castle in the middle. Everyone likes that. Main point of this video is just to give the lowdown of how why all this is important, what you go for. You notice that the supply camps are like positioned strategically to be next to a tower and then a keep. If you hold that tower, then the dolyaks from the supply camp will then go reinforce that. If you control the keep as well, they'll continue on. Into that sort of like bouncing structure. If you only control a tower, then they'll only go to that, and I'm pretty sure if you don't control a tower but do control the keep, they won't go past the danger zone. They'll go to the closest and then further on. Why is that important? Well, it's because supply is sort of the bloodline of World versus World. They say it's the unbalanced PvP and all that, but the main thing is these sieges. You can take these points and you hold them. You gain benefits not only in World vs. World but out of it. But then you have to take the keeps from the other players. You have things like this catapult here. You got arrow cart. There. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, the siege golem. It's not the best thing, but it's definitely, if you're piloting one of those, it's the coolest thing ever. You're on top of the world. Then you got the mainstay, the flame ram. If you see one of these, always help out the person who's trying to make one. How can you tell if they're making one? Well, that's what this blueprint here is. This is actually the trebuchet. It's the most fearsome of them, one of the hardest ones to build. Both it and the siege golem take 100 right now, but this is also the like in building process view. So if you see construction like this, use your supply, drop it down. This is the merchant. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, that's a cannon. That's more of a defensive thing. But this is the siege merchant you need to buy stuff from. As you can see, you got the prices in silver, up to a gold for the siege golem. Trebs are a little bit less. And for badges. You get badges either through jumping puzzle or through just killing guys. You'll be able to loot bodies occasionally, and they will sometimes hold badges. They'll hold other stuff too. The idea is to have World versus World, be able to like do stuff on your own completely. But Borderlands isn't the safest area to be in. It's more environment killing. Oh, hey, it's Instructor. The joke in the beta is that the most common way to kill raids in Borderlands is by running off a cliff. It's a smaller map, but you have to traverse a lot more terrain. Anyway, we're going to check out the Eternal Battlegrounds. Like I said, it's the coolest of the maps. The premier unbalanced PvP simulator. Okay, equip my focus, get some speed going. Anyway, some stuff about World versus World. Alright, so what we're going to check out here is, first off, the keep. It is the, there's 4 of them internal battlegrounds. I think there's a 3 or 4 per Borderlands. But they're really like the big fortified things, the ones that you can get a lot of upgrades on. Guilds, strong guilds that are enthusiastic about PvP are going to want to check it out. But if you're not a guild, if you're doing solo stuff, you might want to check out the Dredge Camp, the Ogres, or the Hylic. There's sort of like the buffers in between groups. And you can do a bit of grind stuff. There's skill points there. Also, you can look for those crosses on the map. Those indicate that there's groups fighting. You can sort of guess, like, oh, if there's my color is like, that we're that's getting attacked, I might want to defend that point, or I can, like, ask in chat. Anyway, checking out the keep. We got a couple gates here. There's 2 gates to get access into the keep. For towers, there's only 1. And then once you get into either a tower or a keep, you have to take out the Lord defending it. Here's the champion keep Lord. Big, tough guys, take some time to take down. And then after that, you have to, like, hold a point for, like, 20 seconds, maybe not even that. This is the tougher side. There's 2 gates, and there's also defenses up top. We'll get into that later. And the gates do take some time to take out. It's on your own, like 20 guys or something, no siege equipment. Takes about 10 minutes, maybe more. And then with siege equipment, you can get it down to like 2-3 minutes. The fastest I've actually seen is a lot of stuff, like 7 seconds. But that takes a lot of money, a lot of supply, a lot of prep. More often than not, it's going to be a couple minutes. And then here is what I was telling you about earlier, supply. This is supply camps and all that. You saw that player trying to get supply, but they can't get it because the dolyaks haven't delivered it. So they have to run further out of the way, run to the supply camp, and then run to where the action is. So that's why you want to protect those. Also, you can protect them with upgrades. You can get personal or structural at this point. As you can see, there's some gold costs, as well as you see that supply at the bottom, the 1,400, things like that. You can get upgrade burning oil, cannons, mortars. You can actually get a waypoint, and that's the rarest one. Actually costs karma. It's the only one that costs karma. Costs a lot of supply. The nice thing about structural is you don't need the supply right away. Builders come and slowly build over time, so don't let that big number worry you. The personal upgrades, I'm pretty sure, take that supply right away. And then they have a build time and all that, so there's some strategy to this. But every quartermaster has one. Only the keeps have waypoints, keeps in the castle. Towers do not. They can still be upgraded, as well as the supply camps, but those are the only ones. Coming up here, you get to see what the burning oil is. Most of the keeps, I think, have burning oil right away. The towers, I think, have to upgrade it. But they're one of the many defenses that you can have for attackers. It's really great against people right at the door, and you can use your supply to build it. And when you build stuff, you get experience. So people who are wanting to be in World versus World for the long haul are going to want to build stuff, help out. You can also repair doors with supply. Not a lot of people know this. This is actually something that's really useful, because if you or like one other person are defending against like a zerg of people, and you have a ton of supply in your tower or your keep, you can hold them off. You can keep repairing that, which it both buys you time, and the repair is actually pretty OP. It buys you time as well as wastes your supplies. So if they do end up taking it, you can hold them back. This is also the shows like what point value is. When you hold a keep, that gives you so many points, and then there's that timer at the top. You see it's taken down to like 3 minutes. Then your estimated point of plus 190 goes into effect, and your overall score goes into a whole ladder system. That's really cool. One other thing to point out with keeps before we leave here is that all the keeps have like a hidden entrance that gets you through that first gate. Here at Green Base, I think it's an underwater one. The Red Base, there's like a cave to the side. Here's one of the sentries. They added these a little later on. They don't give as much points. They're more meant for a solo thing or a small group thing. But there's a fun. You get some experience. They're on the road, so they're in the way of other stuff. Here's one of the towers. I'm not going to go into too much detail on what they are. They're weaker points of keeps. They only have one door. They're definitely like smaller guilds can want to defend them, but here's what I really want to talk about: the supply camps and the dolyaks. The dolyaks pad out as soon as you take the camp, assuming you control the tower. If you don't, they'll start heading out as soon as you take a tower. And what's important is they have scripted guys attack them. Like this Skelk didn't just didn't just aggro. He is scripted to attack. I think they attack in 2 different points. And so it is important to defend your dolyaks to get that supply out. On their own, they upgrade like 35 supply to a point, so it's not much. Like they supply 30 supply to a tower, and then they'll continue on to the next one and give that one 35. If not, they'll book it back and then just keep ferrying the supply over. You can upgrade them both to have patrols, which it's worth a couple silver if you're planning on keeping that, like using that supply in the long haul. Maybe setting up a siege on the keep or something. And so we'll drop it off and you can see 35 supply out of 100, yay! So you can run in there, quickly pick that up. You can pick up to 10 supply at one time. And he is moving on to the keep later on. Yeah, you can upgrade the supply camps to have the dolyaks do 70. They can double the amount, which is very useful. As well as if you hire the guards to protect the dolyak, they'll kill all the NPC attackers on their own. It's still like as enemy. If you want to take out the dolyaks, you actually get some supply from that. I'm pretty sure you can loot it. You get experience. It is viable to weaken somebody you're sieging, and most people will take him out. It's a pretty smart move. But anyway, they do that patrol. That's one of the key things I want to talk about. Let's see where we head to next. I think bombing around. I will check out. Maybe I can make it a keep. They just opened this map, and they keep cycling it through this beta, so that people just keep repeatedly sieging the keep. Let's see, what do we got here? I'm pseudo-recording this live. Oh yeah, for defenders, the way you get in is through that green portal. Attackers have to beat down the door. It's convenient. I like it. I think now we might check out the. Well, yeah, we can show you the back part of the keeps. There's actually for the keeps. There are 2 or 3 quartermasters, so there's more than one place you can find them. Just look for those that hut with those boxes, and then you get a good view for the map. Again, there's just like there's the borderlands. You can see. Ideally, you want to have like each group control part of their world, and then you're also invading a little bit of theirs. But anyway, yeah, like I said, the keeps have got a couple entrances. The one I showed you earlier was the double doors, and this is the train sharks, yay! I've seen there's a funny video Team Legacy has of being rezzed by a shark. Anyway, they got the further gate that you saw out there, as well as a hidden gate that's underwater. I think I'll show you that in a second. But it's like they can try and attack it that way, but then they have to get through the second gate. So you got the 2 points to defend still. And then you can also sneak in this way. As far as I know, you can't fit any siege equipment, but I think that obviously you're underwater, so they can see you right there. But I think it's a little bit weaker. I haven't actually assaulted one. I've only assaulted the red base, which I'll point out in a second. But yeah, you can attack these. Yeah, I thought I'll show you the keep or the castle as well. But anyway, got the keeps here, like I showed you the underwater one. I think there's a point somewhere in the ruins in the back here to sneak in. I'm not entirely sure where the green base or the blue base is. I know the red base is like this little cave off to the side here, and then you work your way like you attack. Like you sneak in right there, take out the first door. And then you can actually go up this ramp and attack the second door right where that point of interest is. But anyway, let me get back on land here. And then you saw right there, I got credit for protecting that dolyak. So yeah, you do get experience. You do get like stuff and whatnot. Ooh, they're attacking there's fighting going on by the ogres. Yeah, I guess the one thing I didn't cover is the NPCs you can help. At those buffer zones I mentioned, the ogres, the Hylics, isn't that just an awesome sight? Yeah, at those sites, you can actually win their favor over. You get like 3 different bars, red, blue, and green. Who are we more favorable with? And they'll protect you. Like if you get in a favor, they'll actually send camps out and attack, and you can kill a bunch of them if they're an enemy, and they'll like defavor, and you'll start the process over again. But that's pretty much it. See you later.